How you going, guys? Adam here. I'm doing the comic book tag in honour of Stan Lee. Of course, we know Stan Lee passed away recently. And this tag was created by Bronco Juggalo and his buddy Bill. I'll leave a link to Bronco Juggalo's channel in the links below. And this is just your personal preference on, your comic book movies and that type of thing. It doesn't have to be Marvel. So, let's get into it. So my favourite superhero, I've always liked Superman. I just like his goodness. Okay, that sounds pretty lame, but ever since I was a kid, Superman has always been my favourite. So yeah, Superman. Favourite anti-hero. Is he an anti-hero? But I'll put Deadpool. I mean, sometimes he tries to be a hero, but doesn't always work out. So yeah, Moke with a mouth. Who is your favourite villain? I think a lot of people have this answer, but Joker. I mean, pretty much almost every incarnation of the Joker has always been good. I really like what Mark Hamill did in the Arkham games. I mean, I know he does it in the cartoons as well, but yeah. Who is the worst superhero? Into that, and I'm talking about the old school one, Aquaman, yellow and green. And I remember RoboCop did a pretty funny send-up of him of how useless he actually is. But I like what they did with Aquaman and Justice League. They actually made him cool. It's too bad the movie was really disappointing. Who's the worst villain ever? I'm going to say King Tut from Batman. I don't know why, it's just kind of a lame villain. I just find King Tut lame. What is your favourite comic book movie? Well, I like the Richard Donner Superman, the old 1978 classic. That one shows you can actually make a really good comic book movie because they weren't really big back then. And yeah, and I actually met a couple of people from the Superman films. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, that's Sarah Douglas there, who played Ursa in Superman 1 and 2. And that's Mark McClure, who played Jimmy Olsen, of course. So yeah, as you can tell, I am a fan of the Superman. Yep. Okay, what is the worst comic book movie? I think a couple of other people said this, Elektra. And to be honest, even Jennifer Garner looked bored in that. I think she had to do it because of a contract, but yeah. I mean, Daredevil was okay. Not awful, not great. The director's cut is a bit better, though. Excuse me. Okay, what comic book would you like to see made into a movie? They almost did it at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2. They were selling the seeds for Sinister Six. And yeah, so I mean, it could still happen, but of course it didn't happen because Spider-Man went over to Marvel Studios. And he fits right in there, so yeah. What comic book versus movie would you like to see happen? Well, it wouldn't happen these days. It would have been awesome in the 80s, but maybe a bit of a cheat because they're both movie characters as well. But RoboCop versus Terminator, how cool would that be? And what is your favourite Stan Lee cameo? I actually really like the one in Amazing Spider-Man, the original, where Lizard and Peter Parker are fighting behind him. He doesn't notice because he's got headphones on and he's listening to classical music. I just like the humour of it. Also like the one in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, when he's telling the Watchers about pretty much all his cameos. That's a pretty funny scene. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Of course, this is for Stan. This tag is going to be left open for anybody who wants to do it. And there's only one way to end this. Enough said.